Rosie McCormack, and I'm from Missoula, Montana. My family moved here 3 years ago, and now I'm an 8th grader at St. Joseph's Catholic School. Let me show you a little bit about Missoula. Missoula is the largest city in western Montana. It's called the Garden City. There's lots of beautiful mountains, and 3 main rivers run through town: the Blackfoot, the Bitterroot, and the Clark Fork. The Clark Fork is behind me right now. You can even fly fish right here in downtown. Also behind me is Brennan's Wave, where you can kayak. The Olympic tryouts were even held here. Missoula has plenty of other outdoor things to do. Lots of recreational areas and lots of hiking. Another way to enjoy Missoula's outdoors is by looking at Montana history. I'm in Lolo, just south of Missoula in the Bitterroot Valley. And here is Traveler's Rest, one of only a few Lewis and Clark authenticated campsites. They camped right here in September 1805 and June 1806. If I could have been any world leader or explorer, I would have been on the Lewis and Clark expedition. Talk about geography, they covered thousands of miles and gathered tremendous knowledge about our growing nation. They helped open up the West for expansion and helped us understand the idea of manifest destiny, that the U.S. was meant to stretch from coast to coast. Here in Montana, we're proud today of our history, Native American culture, and our beautiful geography. This is downtown Missoula. It's our urban area, but not as urban as I'd like it to be, because I want to go to New York City someday. Outside of the United States, I'd also love to go to Europe. There's lots of great sights to see and lots of food to eat. One fact I find interesting is about Challenger Deep. Challenger Deep is the deepest part of the Marianas Trench in the Pacific Ocean. It's over 7 miles below sea level. But oddly enough, this is not the seafloor that's closest to the center of the Earth. The Earth isn't a perfect sphere, it's a little bit squished, so some seafloor in the Arctic Ocean is closer to the center of the Earth than Challenger Deep is. What I like so much about geography is that how we as people identify so closely with our land. And the land, in part, helps us create a culture. You can't look at what's going on in the world, or history, or humans in general, unless you know about geography. Hey National Geographic, I have a question for you. They're hard to see, but what are these horizontal lines on the mountains behind me caused by? I'll give you a minute. Time's up. These horizontal lines on the mountains were caused millions of years ago by Glacial Lake Missoula. Glacial Lake Missoula once filled up this entire valley, and it was greater than Lake Superior and Lake Ontario combined. It was all held in by an ice dam on the Montana-Idaho border. On repeated occasions, this ice dam would break, and it would flood all across the Northwest, creating the scablands in Washington State. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about Missoula, Montana. Have you ever considered visiting here? My family loved it so much we moved here.